What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Tony Stark, and today we're going to be talking about living in the present, being content with the day that you have, the things that you're doing that day, and not looking forward to so much what you're going to do tomorrow or the next day or the next month or even the next year. Real quick, this gameplay is a quick 3v3 Moab on the map Erosion using the MP7 with a specialist strike package. But as usual, this commentary is not about the gameplay, it's about the topic. Now, I've gotten a lot of really good feedback on these topical commentaries, and until further notice, until you guys tell me to stop, I'm just going to keep, doing stuff about what I've been thinking about and what I think I have a little bit of information, and hopefully, I can help you or at least inform you about some important things that I think we all should at least dwell on for a second, even if it's for the next 3 minutes while you're watching this commentary. But anyway, we'll get right into it. Today, I really want to talk about being content with the day that you have. Being content with, where you are, what you're doing, whether it's work, whether it's, anything, whether it's your entertainment, whether it's gaming. I have a really big problem with always looking forward to something that's going to happen in the future, like next week or the next month or next year. Like, and it comes down to video games. I can use video games as a pretty good example, just because right now we're looking forward to Black Ops 2 and we're looking forward to Halo 4, and it just seems like that whenever we get these games, we play them for a few months, and about 6 months down the road, we're looking forward to the next one. And as nice as it is to have new titles and new things to look forward to, we forget about our everyday things that we're doing. Like, every day I wake up and I either go to work or I'm off and I work on videos, and before you know it, it seems like the day's over, and the only thing that I'm concerned with is how many views did I get, how many subs did I get, did I enjoy interacting with the people. And as cool as all that stuff is, there becomes an issue whenever you can't focus on where you are in the moment. And I don't want to sound like cheesy, I don't want to sound self-help-ish, I guess. I don't really want to sound like that, but at the same time, I'd like to, to encourage you guys to stop and take a look at the things that you have during each day. Like, if you get up and you go to work, and you may not like your job, and and it may not be the most entertaining thing, and you may not really want to be there, but yet at the same time, every day that you let pass is another day that you have lived, and every time you just let it go, and every time you just dwell on tomorrow or the next week or the next month, you're just letting those days pile up and pile up and pile up. I can remember whenever I was a little kid. I'm not a little kid anymore. It's been 20 years since I was considered a little kid. And as crazy as it is for me to think about that, I realized that a lot of days I just let go by because I was looking forward to tomorrow. And I was looking forward to what was going to happen, whether it was going to be a vacation that I was going on, or friends that I was going to hang out with, or anything like that. I was worried about what was going to happen instead of where I was in that day. And like I said, you guys might think that it's kind of cheesy, or it's a little bit, we have this we have this dilemma when we're listening to people give us advice, where we don't really want to listen to the advice because we think we know more than the person that's talking. And it's probably true. I don't know everything, and I don't claim to know everything. And I certainly don't have it all figured out. But at the same time, every day that I wake up and I think about the things that I have to do for that day, if it's just for 1 minute or for 5 minutes where I can think about how much I'm enjoying that day instead of looking forward to tomorrow, it's 5 more minutes that I was dwelling on the present instead of the future. Or even it goes back to the past too. A lot of us, we worry about what we did in our past, or we have regrets and we wish we would have did this or that, or it doesn't matter. Ultimately, our days and our months and our years, they pass without warning, without a second glance. Time isn't stopping for anyone. And as we grow up and as we're doing all these other things, we have just a tendency to just focus on the future and always look forward to it. And it goes across everything. It's not just video games. It doesn't it doesn't have to be video games and movies and when the newest whatever's coming out. It's like that in life. When you're young, you can't wait to get out of school. When you get out of school, you can't wait to get out of college. When you get out of college, you can't wait to get married. When you get married, you can't wait to have kids. When you have kids, you can't wait to the kids grow up. And then once the kids are grown up, you can't wait to have a new house, down in Florida. And whenever you have your house in Florida, you can't wait to play golf every day. And there you have it. That was your life, you know. And every single thing that you live in, you are looking forward to something else and not being happy or thankful for what you have in that moment. And you know, and I'm not saying it goes across the board. I know plenty of people that do enjoy every day to the fullest, and they, you know, embrace everything that's happening every day. And honestly, I just encourage you guys to think about it a little bit more. Think about what you're doing daily instead of what you're going to do tomorrow. And you know, hopefully that'll help. That's just something that I've been thinking about in the past, you know, few weeks or so. I've been really wishing that I had a pause button, you know, like a DVR kind of thing, and I could just stop time and just kind of hang out for a little while and, you know, just live the moment that I'm in. But it doesn't happen that way, and it's not going to work that way. We just have to make the most of the time that we're given and make the most of, you know, the situations that we're in during today. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you did enjoy this video, you know, feel free to click the like button. I would encourage you more to leave me a comment in the comment section below. I really like interacting with you guys whenever you you know, leave me comments about different things and the opinions that you have as far as these topical commentaries go. But yeah, especially this one. I'm really looking forward to what you guys have to say about this one. So that's about it, guys. See you later.